Hello everyone, on behalf of iland and all of our partners everywhere, I'd like to welcome you to this presentation, especially for our MSPs, optimizing management and increasing revenue with iland and Veeam solutions. Now every day you talk to customers and they know and you know that their data is their lifeblood, and they need to protect that data with everything available. One of the biggest concerns is service availability, just making sure they have access to the data. It doesn't matter what kind of firewalls you have or what kind of data protection recovery software you have if you can't actually get to the data. In IT, accidental deletion happens all the time, and human error can cost money. Another big concern that keeps your customers up at night is the thought of external threats such as ransomware or crypto locker. Anything that can lock customers out of their data and potentially cause them to have to pay actual money to recover it, or they may actually lose that data. And beyond external threats, nobody wants to think about the thought of internal threats and malicious insiders and stuff, but we still hear stories about people who come and do things that they shouldn't be doing, take data, delete data that they shouldn't. All those things have to be accounted for. Another big thing is about policy gaps, thinking about long-term archival. How do you make sure that you have the data in place for the length that you need it for whatever sort of gaps in policies you may experience? And finally, whether they're regulated or not, your customers know that legal and compliance issues abound. If they're global, they're subject to GDPR and all sorts of other sort of global regulations. They may be regulated in the United States. They may be regulated internally. They may have to account for their users wanting them to be regulated. All of those things can cause issues in how they store, maintain, manage, and recover their data. And then finally, they have to be able to audit both internal and external and prove to whoever asks that they're abiding by these certifications and attestations to make them compliant. And when you talk to customers, you can have those conversations about what is the cost of an outage, what is the cost of a data breach, what is the cost of ransomware. And a lot of times those conversations revolve around things like lost orders or lost productivity. But what are the intangible costs of an outage for your customer? Obviously, the biggest one is perception. How do their customers perceive their capabilities and ability to perform if they're having outages all the time? Customer loyalty is huge for your own customers as well as their customers. You know, it's much more difficult to win back a customer once they've already lost some of that loyalty. And then finally, confidence. Confidence in the solution, both internal or external. Confidence in the company, confidence in how they're going to handle your data, how they're going to handle your business. These are all intangible costs, but any sort of outage for your customer can really weigh heavily on these ideals. And so when you start that conversation, it really starts with the 3-2-1 rule of data availability. Now, data protection can mean so many different things to so many different people. It can mean security, it can mean firewalls, it can mean backup, it can mean disaster recovery. In this instance, when we're talking about data protection, we're really talking about multiple copies of the data so that they can recover it no matter what the issue is, whether it is a disaster, whether it is ransomware, whether it is an outage, whether it's an accidental deletion. And so having the conversation about the 3-2-1 rule of availability is important. And it really starts with 3 copies of the data, the production copy, and then 2 additional copies of their data. And you want 2 different media types, even for local backup. So if a customer is backing up their virtual machines to the same SAN or the same environment that they're running their virtual machines on, and they lose power or they lose hard drives or something to that effect, they've really lost 2 versions of that backup. And finally, they want 1 offsite copy. Now, traditionally, this was always throw a tape on a truck and put it in a warehouse somewhere. But now cloud has really revolutionized how companies are able to quickly access their backups, become hardware agnostic, and have full availability to recover that data anywhere in the world. And so you want that air-gapped offsite copy, and preferably you want it in the cloud. But it expands to so much more. So when we talk about data protection with iland and Veeam 10 and how it can optimize your management of your customers and also accelerate your revenue, this is what we're talking about, a complete and total data protection and IT resilience package that you can offer to your customers. It starts with secure cloud backup. So you're already offering Veeam, they're doing Veeam on site, they're doing local backups. Now you can enable them to have secure cloud backups and give you the 3-2-1 data resilience, and you can offer that offsite air-gapped backup, and then you can manage that for them. Beyond that, customers can take advantage of secure cloud object storage for any number of things, whether they're doing Veeam 10 copy mode, scale out backup repository, or even additional other devices that they need to back up to S3 compatible object storage. And while backups are necessary, they're not enough. You have to take full advantage of disaster recovery for IT resilience. The ability to bring up an environment in another location and run your business no matter what the issue is paramount in today's age. And with Veeam automation, orchestration, testing, and reporting all built into the iland solution, you can offer that for your customers. And finally, as organizations are moving to SaaS-based applications like Office 365 to relieve the burden of managing Exchange and SharePoint and file servers and let that all live in the cloud, we also offer secure cloud backup for Office 365. And this allows protection as if they were on site, but now for their cloud-based assets. And all of this is managed within the Secure Cloud Console, and we're going to show you that in a second, but really it allows you as the managed service provider to have full visibility and management into your clients, into your tenants, into your customers, so you can provide true value add for them. The iland Secure Cloud Console is a unified management platform that offers insight and management into all of the iland Secure Cloud services. This could be infrastructure as a service, this could be disaster recovery as a service, but in this case, for MSPs who are managing their customers' Veeam Cloud Connect backup as a service, this is the single portal that gives them full visibility into all of their tenants. And this is very important because now you don't have to log into every single one of your customers' Veeam backup and replication servers on their site. You can actually manage and obtain full visibility into everything from this single console. So over here, you can see all of the different global locations where you may have Veeam Cloud Backup repositories, and you can actually select any one of them. By selecting a single site and going into it, you can see all of the different tenants. So these are going to be your customers that you're offering services to. And we have a lot of really cool features specifically for managed service providers to enable them to quickly manage and accelerate their growth and their customers' availability without having to be bogged down in opening up a support ticket and trying to add more storage and trying to relocate stuff and trying to add and remove people and all of that stuff. So up here as an MSP, you'll notice your total storage bucket. So this is the amount of total storage that you have that you can allocate to your tenants. Over here, you can always add additional storage. So for example, if you are starting to run low on storage or you've just signed on a couple of new customers, you don't have to call us and go through that process. You can do it all through the console and add additional storage and then quickly allocate that to your customers. In addition, from here, you can create new tenants and you can delete tenants. This is helpful if you're managing a longer term contract, but you may have customers that come and go. You want to be able to create tenants, allocate storage to them, and then remove them as they're coming and going into your solutions without having to talk to us every time that happens. Creating a tenant is very simple. You click on Create New Tenant, give them a name and a password, confirm the password, and then you're going to allocate them storage from your available storage, and then that's all that they have to do. And then when you install Veeam Backup and Replication and you attach to a cloud-based repository, you'll have all that information. And for more information on how to actually do that, you can get that through the training, through the portal, or on our Success Center, or even our YouTube channel. So as you allocate new tenants, you can actually see down here how much storage is allocated, the tenant name, how much they're using, the number of virtual machines they're protecting, even the number of agents that are protecting. Now, another good thing that you can see right here is whether or not they're enabled for insider protection. So insider protection is an additional layer of protection on top of just normal offsite air-gapped encrypted cloud-based backups. So what happens is if there's a malicious user that comes in and deletes not only files, but deletes local backups and then ends up deleting cloud-based backups maliciously, or maybe there's even an accidental deletion. What ends up happening is those backups go into a recycle bin, and only iland support is able to access and recover that data. So even if something really, really bad happens and all the local data is destroyed, the local backups are destroyed, and the cloud-based backups are destroyed, there's still an additional layer of protection with insider protection that iland support can actually recover for the customer. Now from my tenants, I can actually click on any one of my tenants. I can see their summary, I can see their contents, I can see their storage graph. And then once they start running jobs, you'll actually be able to see the status of their jobs. So no longer do you have to go to 10 different of your customers' Veeam backup and replication consoles and find out if the jobs were successful. You'll actually be able to see that all from within the Iland Secure Cloud console. You can set up alerts for storage usage. So now you can go to your customers and say, hey, look, you're starting to run out of storage. Do you want to purchase some more? You can actually reallocate them additional storage, purchase new storage, allocate them. Everything that you need to do can all be done within the console. There's some additional management tools, such as maybe you need to reset their password, or maybe you need to rename the tenant and not just delete it and add a new one. This can all be done within the console as well. And you can manage their storage as well. So you can actually allocate more or free up some storage as long as it's not already currently in use. And finally, within the console, you have full access and visibility into the billing. Not only the billing from what you see as in your total repository, but a per tenant cost overview. So you can actually understand what your tenants are consuming and how much they're costing per month. And because all of this is historical and can be exported, you can actually maintain a good record of what is being consumed and by whom for easier forecasting and again, just easier management of your environment as you grow. At Iland, customer success is our goal, and we are one of Veeam's largest global service providers, offering all of the different solutions that we offer. We've been doing this for a very long time, over 25 years delivering IT services, over 12 years delivering cloud and disaster recovery experience. We're proud to have been named leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for Disaster Recovery as a Service the last 4 years running, and Veeam Impact Partner for multiple years running as well. We've won multiple Veeam Innovation Awards for all of the integration of the Veeam services that we've done as well. And our partner program is second to none. And we're excited to have been named a CRN Partner Program Guide winner for 2020 as well. One of the challenges that comes from offering a whole new suite of solutions is, how do I get started? Well, at partners.iland.com, we have a full partner portal that allows you to do everything from registering a deal, understanding when new webcasts are coming online, doing training, as well as downloading full playbooks that will enable you to quickly go to market with all of our solutions with very little lift from you. With our comprehensive training, you have full visibility into all of the solutions from a sales perspective as well as a technical perspective, so you can deliver the message and the solution to your customers to quickly win deals and enable their success. For technical roles, we have integrated hands-on labs for all Iland partner technical certifications. So the technical people can actually run through the step-by-step solutions, follow the instructions, understand what the customer is going to see or what they're going to implement themselves, and get a full understanding and deep dive technical view of the solution. This makes it easier to sell and easier to answer those questions when customers ask. And then, of course, everyone loves to be certified in whatever solution that they're selling. It shows that they have confidence in the solution. The solution is backed by training and expertise and everything else that it's needed. And so we offer certifications to showcase your cloud expertise in Iland solutions. And one of the most important thing is the playbooks. So instead of having to do everything from creating email letters and PowerPoint presentations and pitches and videos, all of that content has already been created for you with how to present to your customer, how you can quickly enable them to be successful, how you can become successful, how you can quickly go to market with ad campaigns, with marketing messaging, with content, literally everything you need in a box to sell the solution so you can quickly hit the ground running and accelerate sales. And inside each one of these toolkits are in-depth resources such as data sheets and email templates and positioning guides and much, much more to quickly make you an expert in the solution and allow you to quickly go to your customers with the right solution and start selling. All of these toolkits have kind of a quick start guide, which enables you to quickly understand what's in the box, how it's being used, how you should position the solution, how you should send out information to customers, again, to quickly enable you to win those deals. And finally, we do a lot of joint events with our partners, from webcasts to in-person lunch and learns to events. You can always find out what new event is available for you and your customers in the partner portal. And that's just one way to connect with us. We have a success center with technical articles and understanding how each of the different solutions work. Customers and MSPs can actually provide product feedback to us. Hey, we really like this, but we wish we could do this. go ahead and send that to us. We appreciate that feedback. We take it into consideration, and we'll actually let you know that, hey, this was a great idea, we've implemented it, and it's here. And then finally, for things that you can either send to your customers or read yourself, all of the latest in thought leadership is on our blog site at blogs.iland.com. And with that, I want to thank you for joining us today. Take advantage of the Veeam and iland solution to offer a winning data protection and IT resilience strategy for your customers.